snazzy.
Snazzaroo.
In terms of max performance.
Yes.
Hello, people that are all 19. Oh wow, I really shouldn't put my new glasses on.
You really should.
I can see. I imagine that most people are here from Twitter because that's the only place I posted the actual time.
Yes.
So yeah, this is kind of exactly what the title says, like a pre-hype Volume 8 stream. Of course, Volume 8 airs tomorrow. Somehow we have, in this weird year that is 2020, we went from Volume 7 to Volume 8. Very bizarre.
Very quickly.
That Volume 7
also...
was in, like, January. What the
Yeah.
hell, bro? January and February?
Yeah. Yeah,
Strange.
it's really bizarre. It feels like we've jumped from the end of Volume 7 to now, but also it feels like I've had to drag my fucking corpse to get here.
Yeah. So this is like a pre-hype Volume 8
Sandra.
stream. Also to test our systems, because obviously the volume premieres tomorrow. We are going to have our usual reactions that Patreons get first, and our usual live stream after shows that are, as you know, chaotic. And should never have been allowed to ever start. But now they're a staple of the channel, so I guess that's where we're at. But yeah, we'll be doing that. So this is sort of us just testing things out, making sure that everything's good. We have like a totally new system this year. COVID and not being able to do anything meant I used some Patreon money that I'd saved to invest in a really, really good tower PC, and now I have a dual screen setup. Obviously, you never really saw the behind the scenes of here before, but we were literally using a MacBook Air, and that was it for everything.
So if you ever were part of our old streams and ever wondered why sometimes we would be like, we're gonna be 5 minutes more, just hang on, like, yeah. That's why.
I can actually like see the live chat, and I can see my streaming software. That's why we, of course, the new layout as well for the after shows, just, you know, making it a bit funky and positive. Like, yeah. I had it quite grungy for Volume 7. I'm sure Volume 8's not going to be positive, but you know.
No. But how are we feeling about the layout, guys? Do you like our little, see over this side, he is, our little sun over on this side?
That's my face.
Over on this side.
We can't reach.
We can't reach him.
But you know I'm trying. But yeah, he's just straight vibing on there. So that little corner where Oscar is currently will be where we have our episode images, where, because for some structure that the live shows really needed, I would take notable images from the episode and we would discuss them in an order. So that's where that will go. Sun will be protecting the little episodes corner down there, and if we have any videos or anything as well, we will put them there,
because we do stan a good boy.
We do,
and
there's like 2 good boys in that corner.
Very really good boys in this corner.
Yeah, wow, there's actually 63 people here despite me like stealth doing this on YouTube.
When are we going to address?
I
feel like we need some like somber, like royalty free YouTube music.
Yeah.
Under here.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's your monster to shoot in the head, to be honest.
We can wait a little bit.
Yeah.
But also, hello.
Yes.
From Glasgow.
Oh. a fellow Glaswegian.
Hello also.
Yeah. I'm pretty hyped. I can't believe we've actually managed to get here.
Yeah. I can't believe we made it. Just glad that we made it.
Yeah. It's weird to think we probably, when we were doing the Volume 7 reactions, we probably did have COVID.
We probably did. Much to some very disgruntled people who tried to say that we didn't.
Yes.
Symptoms were very similar.
Yeah.
To what we now know as coronavirus. So.
Yeah, because I was trying to remember what I actually did for our layouts last volume, and I was having a look, and there was just a random gap in the later episode, and I was like, oh yeah, that's when we kind of died. Yeah. We didn't even do the live shows or anything.
We truly were dying. Yeah. Yes, Jen, we were.
Yeah, it was not a good time.
It was a really bad time. And it's a shame that we didn't really properly get to do a reaction to one of the episodes, because the only thing that we could do is edit together a voice clip of us, in between us going because we could not contain. But hey, some love and appreciation for your Bumblebee video essay.
Still, when the hell was that? That was the end of Volume 6.
Yeah.
I've had a few people ask me to, like, update. Like, well, not update the video, but, like, do another video, like, talking about stuff since there's been more.
Yeah.
But I think I'd rather wait for a bit longer.
Maybe wait until it is actually confirmed.
Yeah, and also I've, like, said so many... I have not a lot else to say about it, to be honest. Most of the stuff I said, I still kind of stand by.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. But maybe when the ship... I say when because I'm so confident that it will.
Yeah.
But maybe when it has been confirmed, then you can go and fill in the gap between where you ended it and then continued from. Also, thank you so much, Emma. Love you.
Yeah, I'm very excited for just having some normality. The streams and the reactions are usually quite a big part of our year. But obviously this year we've had nothing else, so
yeah,
it's really been the only thing that's like, oh yeah, that's still happening. And having spoke to some of the members of RWBY and whatnot and the animation team, like they have pulled it out the bag despite all working from home. At quite short notice, and obviously are all basically still working at home, so they've managed to basically make this volume from home, which is great because it means that they're able to just keep going.
Yeah. Also, I believe that Rooster Teeth are following the same way as they do every year. That tomorrow it is just going to be for first members, and then the week after episode 1, so next week episode 1 will be available for everyone who is not a first member. Do you want to talk about the kind of Patreon stuff? Just a little bit?
I think most people... Patrons get it the same day that it goes up on Rooster Teeth, so it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which is weird. I think we'll have the reaction tomorrow, done, on Patreon.
Yeah, this time tomorrow we'll be getting ready for another live stream.
Yeah. So I hope you guys are ready for a double dose of the boys 2 nights in a row. Dread to think for your sanity. But we obviously got a little bit of a tease on Twitter. We've had so many dang teases the last couple of months, but obviously we got that little glimpse of what looks like the opening. It's either the start or the end of the opening. I don't know.
I think it's probably the end of the opening.
I don't know. It could be like a start shot and then they'll like split off.
No, because it feels like the kind of victory is in a simple soul kind of ending.
I guess.
When RWBY turns around and then it's like volume 8. And then that stays.
Yeah, but also the volume thing always comes up at the start of the opening anyway.
Does it?
Yeah, Rising with the Moon, it says RWBY Volume 8 and it goes...
That's true. So maybe it could be the start.
Yeah.
Speculation at this point, isn't it?
Well, do you want to take a bet that it's the end and I'll take a bet that it's the start?
Can we just shake on it? No monetary value. Just our pride on the line. Just our pride on the line.
Very firm.
It's okay, I lost my pride a long time ago, so my pride really isn't on the line.
Cool. We'll probably actually forget and then like halfway through just randomly splurt out to all the people that never watched this live stream. Oh shit, I won. And they'll be like, what?
Won what?
You won what? Because it's always at the end of the episode that the opening gets shown.
Yeah, it will be the end tomorrow, so...
Okay, we're having a mixture of it's the end or the start, so I'm glad to see this divide is like America and it's 50-50.
Oh.
Yeah.
By the way, on the topic of America, I hope all you Americans out there, if any of you are watching, are doing good. Stay hydrated, make sure you don't doom watch everything, even though things are looking up. I was going to say,
you literally have done that all week.
I've done that all week. I don't want everyone else to be in the same situation. Yeah. So make sure you look after yourselves.
Yeah.
Love you loads. Yeah. Let's just hope.
Yeah.
For a result soon.
We might get it tonight.
We might get it tonight.
Well, it won't be. It'll be like real
well,
late.
It won't be tonight for us. It'll be like 4 in the morning.
Yeah. We shall see. But this is obviously. RWBY would have probably been a welcome distraction, but thankfully it's a welcome addition.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, now we're we're expecting big things from this volume, actually. The way that the writers have talked about it and the crew, like, obviously they always kind of hype up the volumes, but particularly with this one, I feel like they're just like, this is the volume we've been waiting for. Like, we have wanted this volume for, like, years.
Yes, and that's a lot, that's a lot to put on it as well, to say that it's something that they've been waiting for and they've been, like, you know, grafting to get here. So it'll be really interesting to see, like, how they pull it out of the bag.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
and the hardest volume to write.
We will see. Yeah, apparently lots of screaming, lots of crying.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's lots of things that individual people have said, like how like pretty it is. Obviously we know it's longer. It's 14 episodes.
Yep.
We know that it's across 2 days.
Yeah,
we know that the teams are split up at the start by the looks of things, probably for a little bit, which is fine. I'm pretty into that. I like having like a mix up of the team dynamics.
Yeah.
I will be slightly disappointed if there isn't an angsty as fuck, or sorry, I say yangsty as fuck goodbye between Yang and Blake, because as we were talking about, since we're now going into that feral RWBY mode, we were like, oh, they haven't actually split off from each other since like Blake split off and almost got murdered by Adam, so yeah, they're not going to be so keen on doing that.
Yeah, we were having this talk about how, like, at first the conversation was they haven't split off since they got separated at the fall of Beacon, and then we were, like, kind of thinking about it, and then we came to the realization that the last time they were split off, Blake nearly died.
Yeah, and that wasn't forcibly split off, that was a decision.
That was a decision, and Yang was close by, whereas this seems like...
a decision, again, but
another
like,
decision, but
still
maybe a hard-pressed decision. Not sure why Yang's by herself in part 1 of the trailer, but thank you so much for the super chat, and as always, super chats are on.
Because she's on the bike. What I think happens is that Oscar is definitely going to get nabbed. I don't know if he'll actually get to Salem, but that Yang, being the most capable one on the bike, will pursue him, and also because she's Yang.
Absolutely.
So that's probably why.
Yeah.
Because I can't really see Ren and Jean being able to keep up. Neither of them look particularly
confident
on the bike. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Whereas obviously she's like a very experienced driver.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That kind of makes sense. That she would tail off to try. Since she's most likely to catch up.
Oh, Shadows. Yes.
What?
I love the inclusion of Neo. I love it when anyone brings Neo up. But that would be really cool.
You got your like hoodie on. I'm comfy hoodie, but also my Neo hoodie.
Yeah, I like that you brought that up, because I like the idea that Yang being alone in the trailer could be related to another 1v1.
I love how you just like always somehow bring it back to Neo. Like
every time.
Yeah.
Has to
You know
be.
what would be really nice?
Oh.
Neo being in the opening sequence and not being just a hat. Not just being a little motif to Neo. Like, give her actual presence in the opening. Doesn't need to be much. Just needs to be like standing with the boys.
Needs to be her there.
Yeah. She's never been in the opening except for a hat. Like, that's just not good. So let's have that. That's not really a bet. That's just a one.
That's just a one.
Yeah. What do I think the Whale Grim's gonna do?
Do a big munch.
He's gonna chew.
Eat Atlas.
No, I nearly said something bad already.
Oh god.
I didn't even mean it to be bad, and then I was like, oh, that's gonna be taken completely.
What were you gonna say?
Remember that time that you whispered and the microphone picked it up? I'm not doing it. I don't forget what was the context. It was definitely Curse Corner, but like you whispered something on the microphone, and it was just like that wasn't a whisper when you did it over the microphone. Oh, an iconic moment from our last series of live streams. Jesus. It is not a RWBY live stream unless we mention Neo Forseni.
No. But since we're on the topic, and since we do have 80 viewers, we have some quite sad news.
80 viewers, and you're gonna... I say we. This is all you.
What do you mean it's all me?
It's your, as I said, it's your monster to kill. It's your old yeller to take outside and shoot in the head.
Talk about it like old yeller.
Go. To tell the people what's up, what is now being put to rest. And and officially.
Okay, so I know unsubscribe, I know what's going. I know that you guys will be extremely disheartened and disappointed to hear. But it is with great sadness that we have to put down Cursed Corner.
Yeah.
It's done. I don't know what else we could possibly do with Cursed Corner. So, unfortunately.
Yes, Cursed Corner was a staple of our Volume 7 live streams, but unfortunately I think
so sad for everyone.
I think it reached like peaked curseness. There was ongoing arcs eventually, like, it needs to stop. If I had a GIF right now, I would put it up, but it's time to stop.
There was just no more that we could possibly do. All of the characters that we could possibly put together and make it work, we kind of did. Also, our dog is absolutely fine. He's a little terrified of the fireworks, and he is on the floor with his... I haven't showed Twitter this, actually. Maybe we'll show you later how Jorah's doing, but he has like an ear compressor on to help him with the fireworks. Yeah. So we'll show you a little bit of that later, but don't worry, Jorah's fine. We're fine. Cursed Corner is deceased.
That doesn't mean to say that they were not replacing it with something else. It's just something slightly different. Totally inspired by one time we were just doing a reaction to something else, and after we filmed our discussion, you just went on like a total rant, but you basically recalled the entire episode, but in a very sane way, like chaotically, with your own strange way of putting things. So I think after every, during every live stream for each episode, I'm going to challenge you
to give a chaotic
to
rundown.
Give me a recap of the episodes, like, in your way, which means it won't really be a recap of the episode.
Yeah, and if it's basically gonna be the episode, but in very simple,
memeable sound bites. I reckon.
Yes, snapshots of what the episode looked like.
Yeah.
So
what will be really funny is if I like bring an episode like this, like 3 episodes ago, and I just make you do that again and see if you can even remember what happened. But
probably not.
The beautiful thing is that it gives me more content, because it means that, like, I'm sure there'll be lots of stupid things that you say that I can edit to clips of the episodes as like a really terrible recap of the episode for those that are ill-informed.
Yes. So while it will be a sad loss to say goodbye to Cursed Corner, I hope that a Chaos Corner instead will be quite to your liking.
Mm-hmm. You could make safe for work predictions.
That's just not in my vicinity of work. I'm sorry. There's no way.
Your vicinity of work. I like how, like, that when you announced it, it was like 75 to 80, and I feel like enough like the anger has shot it up to 92.
Yeah.
Just the fury that you have unleashed.
I'm sorry. I am sorry.
Yeah.
But there really was just like no more content that we could possibly cover with Cursed Corner.
Listen, we've given you we've named 2 of the Grimm. We've cursed so many of the characters in this show. We gave you I gave you the Bumblebee essay. You've had the terrible and the decent cosplay music videos. Like, we have given so much. We have nothing left to give. So yeah, it's Sandy's fault that it's gone. You might as well also unsubscribe.
I didn't make
remove
this choice.
Remove yourself from the Patreon.
No, I want to make this clear that cancelling Cursed Corner wasn't actually my choice. Kelly brought it to my attention first, and I agreed that there was no more content that we could create with it. So this wasn't a selfish, and myself made the choice. So
you wanted to keep going?
No.
Well.
But it wasn't just a me choice, it was a you choice first.
Yeah. Yeah, the whale is called Richard, but it was us that started calling it Richard because of Moby Dick.
Yeah. Who was the other one? Kevin?
Kevin was not us. Lenny, the Leviathan, was us.
That's right.
what a good boy. Yeah, it was a joint decision, to be fair.
Y'all both did it. Curse Corner got Adam'd.
Yeah. Sickened. On 2 points there, I'm pretty sure the bees are going to be canon this volume. I'm not going to put any money on it because there's no betting system unless it was just between us, but you wouldn't want to bet against it, so I suspect that we are in for that this volume. It seems like probably the right time for a confirmation. And also Kerry did say something that I kind of read that way that was basically like, that thing that you've been waiting to happen, it happens
this time.
Yeah, so I can't think of much else that would be unless it's just like Summer Rose crawling out the grave or something like that.
Absolutely. With relation to Ruby Rose herself, I feel like she's gonna end up away from the rest of the group. Like, obviously we know we split into 2 groups anyway, but just the way that that shot is that we got yesterday,
the sort of opening,
the volume 8 animatic, the fact that she's standing away from everyone else, there's like the wall, which is the volume 8 text between her and the rest of everyone else, and their backs turned to her. I feel like she's going to end up alone in some way or capacity.
That, or she makes a decision that alienates the entire group.
Absolutely.
That's the only 2 things I can really think of. Space Grim.
Space Grim.
That would be nice to have some Grim in space. I'm pretty sure I talked about that once when I was like, if they just float Atlas, I don't think there's any Space Grim.
Or is there? We don't know. They haven't explored space yet.
Yeah. Honestly, there's just memes in my head about everything just because of all these election memes. I'm just like planting things we're saying onto like meme templates, like well-known meme templates.
I still think my favorite meme is the Drag Race All-Stars 4, was it? 3 maybe?
To such a specific reference.
When the queens are behind the mirror. If you know it, you know it. It's iconic.
Yeah, it's a very specific reference, but again, a thing that you do. Sometimes your references are so specific, I don't even get them.
Love my brain.
Yeah.
That's why it's getting checked
for things. Why it's getting checked. There's just drawers that are like references that mean nothing to anybody. And it's like huge, and then beside that's a tiny shelf that says maths knowledge.
You say that like in my brain. Yeah. There's like filing cabinets with drawers.
These are that SpongeBob episode where it's on fire and there's little Sennies running around trying to organise things, and it's going in the wrong drawers.
You give my brain too much credit. You act as if there are like drawers of information.
They're broken.
There's no drawers. There's just paperwork everywhere piled in fucking yay high.
So there's no drawer, no filing
There's
system.
no filing system. There are just bits of things lying everywhere, and sometimes, in the right context, something will get picked up and it's like, this matches the scenario.
Surprisingly, it's usually a gay thing that you remember.
Or a really random piece of information that my gran gave me when I was 9.
Yeah. That's the 2 points. Gay gran information. Gay gran information.
Yeah. She used to give me pieces of information, and be like, there's another useless piece of information for you when you get older, and I'd be like, I'll never fucking remember that. Sometimes it just comes back.
Oh man. Sorry, you know the usual tangents.
The usual tangents.
Oh man. What a mood, gay or gran. Get it on a t-shirt. Oh, actually, speaking of things that we're going to be using for merchandisey things.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at that segue.
We do have some very, well, I'd say exciting, but they're more like limited.
Yes.
Limited run.
We have limited edition cosplay prints, our cosplay prints.
Yes.
We haven't really been obviously going to conventions this year, which we would usually bring them to. So we were like, why don't we just put them online and sell them?
Yeah.
Like, why not?
So, it is only a limited run. If you saw us at RTX last year, you might have already seen these prints. But it just saves them sitting around or going in the bin.
Because we'll probably have new ones, like...
We'll most definitely have new ones by the time that conventions come back in 2 years.
Yeah, neither of us have actually got to wear our Volume 7 outfits to a convention.
Yeah, we
probably
haven't been able
better,
to...
be honest, because it's going to be so hot.
Absolutely, but consider this part 1 of maybe potential future prints or merch that we could possibly do, so... You could bring up the image there for me.
Yeah, you can pick up the physical ones if you want, because we got them.
Well, I'll put it on the screen first.
Okay, cool. So it's this print, taking a nice picture of it.
Yes. So...
Just blocked out Sun and Oscar, how bad.
We have...
Yeah.
These little prints. So, these were taken by our wonderful friend Mac Dutton when we were at Manchester
just, like,
MCM.
hold them upside down.
Just upside down.
Someone's gonna get one that's just gonna have our chin nose marks on it.
Some of my lipstick in the back of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were in Manchester MCM a couple of years ago. Our really good friend took this picture. It turned out really beautifully.
Well, I edited it.
You edited it, of course, but you can tell that there is love behind this pose.
Yeah, part of me, either of us are like, was this a candid or was
is this a candid or is this actually posing? It's hard to tell.
Some of our pictures, I'm like, I don't remember.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a limited run of only 30.
Yeah.
Because these are leftovers.
Yeah, I will be posting the link for this because it's on Etsy, which is actually already on Etsy. But I'll be posting the link for it on on Twitter and on the YouTube community tab, and it'll probably be in like the description for tomorrow's live stream. I haven't put it in this one because I'm silly.
Yes. Well, it might be. It depends on how fast they sell. We'll see. We don't want to like jump ahead and be like, yeah, they're gonna be all gone, but we'll see what happens. But all of them are signed by both of us.
Yeah, you can also when you buy them, you can also like choose to add like a personal message on the back. There's space for writing on the back, so we will do that if you want it.
And the reason why we'll do it on the back is that sometimes, just from my previous experience of buying prints, sometimes if people write things on the front and it's like your name or you change your name or it's not your public name, you don't want to take a picture of it. So any sort of personalization will go on the back.
So weird seeing us in cosplay and I'm just like, who were we when we it's been
so long when we had the energy?
So long.
I feel like an old woman.
So yes, I think it's going to be pretty easy to get, like I've made sure that we're going to be able to ship it to quite a few places, so yeah,
mostly, but not just limited to Europe, the US, Australia.
So that's good. That's like the first thing we've ever like decided to actually put up for sale, really. So expect us to probably bring that up again tomorrow at some point.
Yes.
But yeah, that would be, if you guys are wanting it, then you can get it, and if there's enough interest, we'll probably do more. Yeah.
Mental haggis on the money.
Yeah.
Motivation, what is it? Where can I find some? I can barely motivate myself to get up in the morning. Never mind getting to full cosplay.
Well, you know, working from home kind of helps with that. Whereas my ass still has to go outside almost every day.
Love that.
Yeah.
So hopefully if this does do well, as you've said, we can hopefully get some more prints or other kind of merchandise up. But keep an eye out on the community tab or on our Twitter. On your Twitter, more specifically.
Well, yeah, you probably retweet it.
I'll retweet it. But
it is live, so you will be able to
go and purchase it straight away if you want it.
Yeah.
But make sure on the personalization part of it, if you want a specific message or name or whatever, make sure you include that on there so that we don't mess up.
Sick. Cool. Back to the other rubies. Yeah, man, it's weird talking about stuff that we're like selling is weird.
Yeah. We've never really done any sort of merchandise or anything. We've kind of talked about it before, but never actually committed to doing something, so
yes.
It's quite an intimidating thing to talk about, and I wonder how everyone else does it.
So Sandy, who's going to die in Volume 8?
Oh, God!
From capitalism to death. Or are they the same
Capitalism
thing?
to death. Really a hard turn. Do you know? I don't know. That's the thing. I feel like there could be a
You talked and told me that you think there's going to be a major character death.
I do think there's going to be a major character death. What character? I have absolutely no idea.
Maria.
But I feel like the last time we had a major character death was Volume 3. Realistically, I know it was really hard for Clover to have died last volume. That was still quite tragic. I love you, Jessie. Yeah, I'm obviously not taking away from the fact that when Clover died, that was still quite hard. But I mean, like a major character that we've been with for quite a while. Europeras, we've not had that. We've not had anyone. Europeras.
A European?
No! Gay or European.
Jesus. Yes, Europeras of the world.
Yes, Europeras of the world. So I feel like a major character death is honestly round the corner. I could be absolutely and categorically wrong with it, but I feel it in my bones that there could be a death.
I just want you to tell me. I want names.
I don't know.
I want names.
But I feel like it's gonna be probably not a Team RWBY death, but like a
name.
An orange death.
Trump?
Do
you mean Team Orgy?
I don't know. I feel like maybe like
Let's
Reiner.
just go. Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
Just ignoring that. No, I feel like I hate to say it because I love them and I don't want people to think that I don't like them, but I feel like it could be like Reiner, Nora, or Crow. One of those three. I wouldn't be able to put my money down on it, but yeah.
Since this is our core audience, I'm fine with I wouldn't care about answering this question anyway, but I imagine that most people here are just people that like the channel and not here to be annoying assholes.
So
how do you think that the Bumblebee kiss confession will happen?
Oh, so this is another thing that we've kind of been talking about.
Yes, as
which
we
is
get closer to the premiere.
Split between the groups, because it's very clear that Yang and Blake don't go together. So we're kind of hoping that when they do split off Yang and Blake from each other, that there's kind of an acknowledgement that this is going to be hard for them. And even just a little a look of acknowledgement and then a little forehead touch.
Is that enough?
That's enough for me at the start of the volume.
Yeah,
just as confirmation that it's going to be fucking hard for them to be apart from each other.
Yeah.
Just a little head touch.
Yeah.
Because we all know it's the sapphic way. It's the sapphic way.
Yeah, it's true.
So
it's true. It's way too accurate.
As far as a kiss goes, I don't know. Personally, I feel like timing for kisses is really important for when it's a TV show.
I thought you were talking about in life, and I was questioning your sense of timing.
No, because I try and kiss you literally all the time.
I mean the first time. Very strange.
Yeah. Do we really want to tell that story?
Maybe at some point. We usually end up telling at least one stupid
talking
thing.
about it. But what do we want to bring up now? Is what I mean.
No, we can
talk about that later. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like when it comes to actual writing, when it's in a book or a TV show or a film, anything, I feel like the timing of the kiss is really important to the integrity of the relationship in the show and the way that it all ties together. So I feel like I can't say when the kiss would happen because I've never written something that is so long, but maybe.
I just don't think that
maybe you could. You've written long things. So maybe you would know.
Me the...
Well, you have the upper hand of knowledge. I don't.
Knowledge.
I just consume media. I don't write it.
I mean, I mean, this is just a preference. I would prefer if it was Blake that initiated whatever happens, because I think that just makes sense in her character and the way that her and Yang are, that Yang doesn't want to overstep Blake's boundaries, knowing the history with Adam, so it would make much more sense if Blake was the one to cross that boundary.
Totally.
But I can't see it happening at the start. I think it could be when it depends how long the teams are split. Like, if it's quite a while, like, could be when they do reunite, it's like one of those doing it without thinking.
Yeah.
And then realizing they've done it.
And then realizing that they've done it in front of everybody.
Yeah,
that's like...
And Weiss is just like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, Weiss is just in the background, no longer suffering Weiss because she doesn't need to deal with the awkward gay pining.
Yeah.
And she's just like, finally.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I agree. With Blake initiating, not only from a respect standpoint, but also Blake has, as far as we can see, a little bit more in terms of like experience with relationships in a way, whereas we haven't seen Yang in a relationship before.
No,
so there's also like a level of confidence.
Yeah, I have seen those animations. They're great. They're also great.
Are these the one that was the dance?
The dance?
Yeah, the storyboard animations of the dancing. No. Oh, the head pattern?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the like sort of sparring animation. God, there's too much content. There's so much
If you ever wanted to see an insight into my brain, that was like a little...
And I had to like sort of help you along there.
Yeah. I was going around in circles and you were like, no, like kind of the...
Just kind of wrangled you.
The head pats are what's important here.
Yes. Other than that, I just think it's going to be chaotic as all hell. I think that I'm really interested to see what happens with Winter, the Happy Huntresses, and Crow. Like, I want to know what happens there.
See what happens with the Happy Huntresses. I want to see more.
Because the person that plays May is quite active, like on Twitter and other places. Like, has said how they had quite a lot to do in the volume this time around, and like some of it was like quite emotionally draining, but they're like really happy with what they... What did you knock over?
Something.
Okay. Why? Remember that time you spilled tea in the live stream and it was like disaster zone? It was like Sandy spills the tea, literally spills the tea. Did you remember? Yeah. Anyway.
Yes, I do remember. That was on the old desktop setup.
Yes, it was. Danger. But yeah, apparently May's going to have more to do this volume, which is cool, but that makes me pretty sure there'll be Happy Huntress screen time.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure I'm ready for more Robin Hill content. I think we're going to rewatch maybe a couple of episodes tomorrow, just to kind of get into the mood, because we haven't watched Volume 7 episodes for a little bit now.
Yeah, it has been a while.
So that would be good. I want to see what Winter's going to do. Where her loyalties lie. Yeah. Do they lie with Ironwood's? They do partially lie with Weiss. I think that was kind of clear that she didn't immediately report Weiss in or try to apprehend her. She just let her... I mean, obviously she was injured, but she let her go. Yeah. So I think there is obviously a loyalty to Weiss there, but it's whether she's still going to be loyal to Ironwood, especially if she finds out that Ironwood, as far as Ironwood's aware, shot Oscar.
And killed Oscar.
Yeah. Like, as far as Ironwood is aware, currently, he killed Oscar.
And not only that, he killed Ospen. Because he knew.
I don't think Winter would care so much about the Ospen thing.
No,
just
but
shot
like,
a child.
He shot a child, number one.
That kind of doesn't play well.
Everyone knows how important Ospen was. And, you know, he was the next resurrection of that. So, like, that's a really important ally that he, like, literally shot out the window. So. Yeah, so I'm wondering what will happen there, but I think Winter will be kind of pushed hard on that one. Obviously she's injured, so I don't think she'll be up to much fighting in the first part of the volume, but no. I can't imagine it's going to be an easy run for her, because she'll be kind of wondering what the hell's happening with Weiss, and then also dealing with the fallout of Clover's death, and all the stuff with Crow and Robin and all those other weebs. So she's going to be stressed out. Yeah, there's a lot to take in the space of 2 days.
Do you think we're gonna get? No, I was gonna say. Do you think we'll see Emerald and Mercury? But I don't think we will. I think they're gonna be going to Vacuole with Hazel. Yeah. I suspect that's kind of the plan.
Yeah, I feel like Mercury and Emerald and Hazel, for that matter, are characters that we probably won't see for another volume. Or maybe at the end of this volume.
Yeah, because it makes sense that they would go to Vacuole while all eyes are on Atlas. because it's a good opportunity to try and steal the relic.
Yes.
Or at least secure things down there. But other than them, the other outliers are like sort of Neo and Cinder. I'm not really sure. I mean, we know that Cinder and Salem obviously at some point meet because she gets the lamp. Mm-hmm. But I just wonder if Neo's there like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I wonder if Neo goes. Because she's seen Cinder as this like quite powerful fall maiden who's a force to be reckoned with in the fight that they had. And decide to ally with her, and then sees Cinder with Salem and be like, are you the same bitch? Like, really? Are you? Like, acting all high and mighty, and you're like fucking bowing down to this girl? Like, no.
Yeah, I just want that like classic sort of Neo hands on hips like shrug, like, what the fuck?
With that kind of
that. Why? You can tell you cosplay Neo because that was perfect. You can totally tell because you did that perfectly. It was quite scary. Oh man. I'm glad that someone brought up Marrow because he's a good boy, and I still kind of want the Weiss ship with Marrow.
I thought you said Mario, and I was like, well, how did we get to Mario?
No, Marrow. I want to see him do well and thrive, but I think he'll have to leave the Aesops to do that. Because he kind of did see them try and kill Team RWBY. Like,
he did, and he was like, guys, we're just trying to arrest them, don't kill them.
Yeah.
And Harriet was just like, shut the fuck up. Like,
I'm killing them.
We're doing a job. Like,
I'm killing those kids. Yeah.
Hold my earrings, bitch. I'm killing these kids.
Yeah.
What a terrible choice she made.
It's blind loyalty to...
It is blind loyalty, but what a hell to die on.
Yeah, and also she was just like... I mean, that was the downfall, obviously, of all of them, was they ended up way too personally involved in the fight, like, which just meant that they were very careless and didn't work as a team.
But that's something that we knew what they would struggle with from the start when Harriet was like, you guys are just a team, not friends. Like, don't get that mistaken.
Colleagues.
And it's like, okay, but just because you work together doesn't mean that you don't consider what's best for them.
I can see someone saying, I hope for Glinda to come back, and I'm glad the Glinda movement is still strong.
Yes.
within the loyal followers.
Yes. Glimpse Glinda will never die.
No.
And I'm sure Shark Boy would be very happy to hear that there are still people out there.
Still asking the big questions.
Oh, I can't remember what the ship name is for Weiss and Marrow. Do you remember?
I think I called it Frostbite, but I don't know if that's actually the known...
I like Frostbite.
Because remember we had we ended up on that ship, like, during the live streams last one, we were like, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
Because they had that little moment where, with the tail and stuff, it was a time.
I think they would be like really cute together.
Yeah, so I think we called it Frostbite, but I don't actually know what the proper name is.
Yeah, I do like
Slush
Frostbite.
Puppy? I've heard that too, which I also do like.
Okay.
This is, to be fair, it's the RWBY fandom. There's like about 1 million ship names for about 1 million things. Like, I was trying to remember what the ship name is for Weiss, RWBY, and Penny yesterday, and I ended up somehow saying one that was for bloody
Tyrion and
Watts and Tyrion. It's like that crossed over.
Yeah.
So yeah, the shipping in RWBY is just chaotic with the naming.
Well, yeah, because there's like nuts and bolts. See, volts.
Volts is what I said.
Yes, but it's nuts and dolts.
But Weiss is not a dolt. Bro.
No, but she calls RWBY a dolt. That's how she ties in. RWBY is the dolt. Weiss calls her dolt. Nuts is Penny. That.
No, because isn't Nuts and Dolts RWBY and Penny? I thought that was Nuts and Dolts.
Is it?
Oh no. I thought it was. So that doesn't include Weiss.
Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, RWBY and Penny. There you go.
Nuts and bolts.
Bolts
is RWBY and Penny.
No, it's
Fuck
not.
It.
No, it's not. It's Nuts and Dolts.
I'll ask Winter.
That's true.
If anyone's gonna know, it's Winter.
It's Nuts and Dolts. I'm betting that I'm laying on the line. It's Nuts and Dolts. I'm sure it is.
We will leave it to that. So yeah.
No, we won't. Could get Glinda on the phone on the scroll, like,
yeah.
She there? Cool.
FaceTime the scroll, like, you still alive? Alright.
She's still fixing that same bit of wall and beacon. She's still fixing it.
Same bit of wall, never fucking changes.
No, because it keeps falling. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Are you now trying to confirm?
No, I want to see how the election's going. Can't look away.
God, you are doom. I mean, it's not really doom watching now, but you're stuck.
I am stuck.
You're addicted.
I want to know.
I thought it was what the hell did I call it yesterday? I came up with a name for it yesterday, and you were like, "Yeah, it's this."
I don't know.
Well, that's good.
You say that like I remember anything ever.
Well, that's true. I don't know why I looked at you like you were going to tell me what happened yesterday, or even what happened today.
Yep.
So, Saini.
Yeah.
Give us a recap of episode 1 as you predict it.
No.
No, as you predict it, not what actually happens.
As I predict it, I don't fucking know.
Go, tell me.
I literally, I don't even know where to start.
We'll start with Team RWBY and the boys. What are they doing in episode 1?
Oh no, this isn't what I do.
This is what you're gonna have to do.
No, I recap it once I've seen it.
Okay.
Not this. I can't predict what's gonna happen.
I'm not telling you to predict it accurately. You're literally like begging me with your eyes to not keep going. Yeah, it's annoying when someone keeps pushing you to do something, isn't it, on the live stream?
Shut up.
Yeah, isn't it? It's real annoying when they just keep bringing it up.
Considering that Curse Corner was actually your baby, your creation.
Was not my baby.
Yes, it was. It was your creation.
Okay, maybe my baby, but you like injected it with hormones.
What's my opinion of Team RWBY's birthdays being released? I have a lot of problems.
I was gonna say you've opened a can of worms here because Saini is very into her zodiacs. She often star spleens things, so she thinks that most of them don't match. Which ones are the most controversial for you?
RWBY.
That was already confirmed for a while, but you don't think
Blake
was January.
Yeah.
Weiss is a Taurus, which I'm okay with.
Weiss being a Taurus is passable.
Cool.
Yang being a Leo, passable. I'm not saying it's not at all correct, but yeah, I saw Yang as more of a Taurus than Weiss. I saw Weiss as more of a kind of Gemini. Blake is more of either a Cancer or a Libra because she's very emotional but internally. And RWBY is not a fucking Scorpio if I ever saw a Scorpio in my life, so...
So you're gonna die on that hill then?
No, because I just don't plan on ever bringing it up again. I just don't think it makes sense. But also, it's none of my business because they're not my characters, so.
Well, that's none of my business. Alright, Kermit.
None of my business. So, I can't really.
You're taking my water? You had a whole glass. You thirsty, thirsty hole. You're supposed to ration it. It's good Scottish water. You gotta ration.
It's good Scottish water.
It's clear and cold.
And only reusable metal straws in this household.
Yeah. I wouldn't really keep paper straws.
It's true, the Zodiac system would be different in Remnant compared to the Zodiac system that we have here. And on top of that, the Zodiac system as we refer to it now is not actually correct.
Alocat is me. It's almost as if what month you were born into has no impact on your personality.
Sounds like a very Gemini way of putting things. No. See, the thing is that zodiac signs have actually changed a lot in terms of how we refer to them. We refer to our zodiac signs as the month period that we were born into. It's actually your sun sign because that has a whole different meaning, but not sun, rising.
No, stop.
Yes.
You need your own channel.
There's not a new zodiac sign. There has always been a zodiac sign, but they decided to make it 12 so that it would be equally divvied up along the year.
No, stop
I stop now.
You stop. Jessie was asking if we have any more Scottish insults to carry her through Hell Week.
One of my favourites is telling someone to go away and boil your head, which is basically to boil your head in hot water because you're talking absolute shite.
What was it that I said that is like, I was like, oh god, that is such a Scottish word. Oh,
scunnered.
Scunnered is a very good Scottish word. It basically just means you're grossed out by something, but somehow it, like, when you say it, it like creates the feeling.
Yeah.
If you're scunnered by something, you're grossed out by something to a quite significant degree.
Yes, absolutely. When you're scunnered, it's a whole other level of being thrown for something.
Yes. The only person, there's only a couple of people that will get that here, but Mental Hags is one of them.
Yeah.
Which character would you like to see unlock a new enhanced ability feature for their semblance weapon this volume?
Yeah, I agree with Shadow's Burn. I want Yang to do a little unlock.
Like what though?
Like burn more.
She burns pretty good.
She burns
like
real
the sun in the middle of July,
good.
I've heard.
She burns real good. But you know, could always see more of that burn.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I don't know about Yang. I kind of want more of an extension of Blake's semblance, to be honest. I feel like there's more potential.
There is
with
a lot
hers.
of potential with Blake's.
Like more strength in the physical clones.
Yep.
To be able to actually fight.
But I think that ties in really well with this question of which characters do you think already is starting to evolve their semblance, which is Blake. We have seen Blake's improve and progress.
But I want to see like something a bit more
more
like next level with it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what, but yeah, obviously at the moment it's like shadows. It's shadows of herself, but wouldn't it be cool if she could create shadows of other people or Grimm?
That would be cool as shit.
Like,
but did you see what Miyuki said?
What?
Certain things that Senni says gives her a much heavier accent.
It's true. And then also when she's angry or like competitive, you'll also notice she goes way more Scottish. She goes deep Scots, as I say.
It's because I got brought up in like a countryside kind of village. So there was no specific accent, and I just watched a lot of American TV, so my accent's a lot softer.
Yeah, most people think she's Canadian. It's a lot
but
of the time.
Miyuki already knows that because
That
we
you're
have played
Canadian?
Among Us. No, we've played Among Us together many times,
So she knows.
and we have both been
you're a
raging at each
total
other. So
arse.
shut up.
She does kind of teleport, but I guess it's like almost like displacing herself in space. Little throwback to D&D last night. So the displacer beasts. Those were fun.
I hated them.
Yeah. So I think it's more like that rather than like teleportation. Is that it's like an illusion that you hit and she's in a different space. But I would definitely like to see more from Blake. I feel like Weiss is kind of you know what I missed from Weiss? Her time dilation gloves. She never uses those anymore. And they were so badass, bro.
They're so cool.
Especially used on other people. It was like, whoo, doggy. I always think of that Volume 2 fight with the Paladin. It's like, still iconic.
Incredible.
And it was mainly because Weiss had some good glyph usage. So yeah, I would like to see that come back or some kind of upgrade on that. Who else? I mean, Jean's semblance is very cool in terms of.
Did you hear Jorah?
Yes, Jorah's having a dream. In terms of doing like healing and boosting and whatnot to aura.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really again see much with his.
Skylar, no. Do your homework. Tell Skylar to do their homework.
No.
Why?
It's not my job.
Well, I guess. But
also, if someone told you to do your homework, you wouldn't do it.
I might if I liked them enough.
It's a lie. I literally tell you to do things you don't like all the time and you don't do it.
I have to
and you do like me enough, I hope so.
What the hell are you trying to insinuate? This stream.
On the stream.
On this God-given stream.
Yeah, it's really come full circle. We mentioned briefly our first kiss to, do you even like me? That's where we're at the moment. Quarantine, guys.
See, Skylar wants us to be their gay moms.
We're everybody's gay moms.
So, Skylar, go do your homework. And then you can come back tomorrow and enjoy the live stream with us and not have to stress over the weekend about having extra work to do.
That's true. We're literally going to be back tomorrow, so you're not going to, unless we die or something, no.
You jumped to that.
That's the only reason I can literally see. It's like, oh, they're not streaming tomorrow. Yeah, they're dead. Okay, that's fair. That's the only reason I can't see we wouldn't also be streaming tomorrow for the episode.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. I don't even know what we were talking about. 'Cause I
God knows.
Took it to the extreme that we're dead.
Do you guys want to see Jorah with his ear compressor
Yeah,
on?
because someone said, why is there fireworks going off here? In the UK we have a thing on the 5th of November called Bonfire Night, which is basically a yearly celebration of that one time that Guy Fawkes, the guy that the V for Vendetta mask is based off of, tried to blow up the UK Parliament, like the government, Westminster, like the buildings of power, and didn't succeed, but he tried.
And he was burned in a bonfire.
And he was, burned. So that's why we apparently burn things and set fireworks off all night.
Yes. It is a shame that he got caught. No. Obviously, quite a long time ago, it used to just be that people would have fires with some scarecrows on top of them. Now it's turned into a whole firework displays and everything, but because of COVID they can't have an organised display because they can't have people gathering to watch them. So instead, for the last 3 weeks, we have had people setting off fireworks all the time.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great.
Fun.
So
Jorah has been hating that, which has not been ideal.
V for Vendetta also take place after a pandemic.
Did it? I've
Probably
never
the Black Death or
actually
something.
seen V
Possibly.
for Vendetta. I just know the mask is based on Guy Fawkes. This obviously became a wee bit more than just that.
Maybe if it was around that time period, then Scotland never would have left the UK because that happened during the Black Death time. It got delayed because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So.
If the rest of Team RWBY were all faunus, what would they be?
I don't know.
Yang would be either a dragon, because Sunny Little Dragon would make sense.
Yep. I feel like you're better at this.
Or like a lion.
That would be cool.
I think more a dragon would make sense with the fire and all that stuff. This feels bad to say. Weiss would be like a mink.
Yeah, I was thinking like a mink or like
white mink.
I know, obviously they're red, but those like little red pandas.
Oh no,
the tiny little babies
shit,
with
it has
the like
to be a snowy coloured one. Either that
no,
or
I know,
an
but
Arctic fox.
I mean like something small like that.
Yeah, a little white mink or a little Arctic fox. Would be Weiss.
I do love Arctic foxes. They're really cute.
Sorry, just to bounce brief from this, we'll go back because we still have RWBY. Someone has asked, would we ever get a RWBY themed tattoo?
We kind of do.
Yeah, we literally do. I was just like,
we kind of do. I mean, I don't even.
No, yours is impossible to see. I think. Yeah. Yours not. Mine's you can see though. Because I've got belladonnas and sunflowers.
Yeah.
On my arm.
On your arm.
So
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
I'm trying to untie this.
Oh, we also both have a matching tattoo
that we got in Manchester as well.
Little bees. Are you really gonna try and show this tattoo? You cannot see that. Oh yeah, cool. You got little flowers.
There is at least one, but it curves around my back.
It's belladonnas as well.
And we got them in Austin last year, but we promised that we'd show Jorah. So. Before we continue with
what is going on now? Is this?
It's Jorah time.
Are you going to show Jorah's head?
Yeah.
When we reach 100 viewers, it's like mandatory must see the dog time.
Yes.
Okay, enjoy the view of our floor.
Yeah. You can kind of guide me, Cal.
It's just chaos as you go down to the sleeping. His tongue came out.
Hey, baby. Wanna say hi to the viewers?
He's so sleepy. Yeah, he has like the ear compression thing on so he can't hear the fireworks as bad, but it just makes him look like a... Oh. It literally makes him look like an old man.
An old man with no ears. Little angel.
I think that's plenty Jorah time.
Jorah time.
He's happy for the attention, but he would like to be left in peace.
You gonna go back
Senny, get your ass up.
I'm getting up.
That was like the most old lady get up.
Listen, my knees are going.
How old are you? Jesus.
25. The same age as you.
Yeah, but your knees are going.
Also, I'm gonna go get some more water.
Yeah, well, since you're gonna just steal. No, I've got some, you know. Thankfully, somehow still have some, even though you kept stealing mine.
I've only had like one sip.
Yeah, we're very excited to be getting back into the live streams tomorrow. It's gonna be mad doing the reactions and stuff as well, but we're in a much better position in terms of equipment and setup, so it shouldn't be quite as much of a hassle as it was last year. I can't believe we used to do it on one screen, because obviously we have our RWBY reactions, but we also do reactions to other things. So since Volume 7, we like upgraded the setup, and we've done reactions to My Hero, Carol on Tuesday, Dragon Maid, most recently The Owl House. So we've actually been recording reactions in the setup for ages, just not RWBY. So that'll be quite an interesting like difference, is actually being able to like really keep control of what the hell we're doing and not just kind of hope that it's all going good. Episode 1 will be, I'm gonna guess it will be the same as usual, so it'll be 4 p.m. our time, but that would be 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, maybe Nevada starts counting again.
I heard today that there's apparently only one
counter
person in Nevada, so now I feel bad that
like,
we've been kind of ripping into Nevada.
Yeah.
I hope that one guy, if it is just that one guy, is taking some regular breaks to stand up, because that's a hard graft he's got.
Oh man, I don't think that's true. It can't be.
I don't know. I saw a clip of just one
As
guy
a Nevadan, we are trying.
Yeah.
Try harder, Jen, go help.
Jen, go volunteer.
Count it quicker.
They probably won't let you volunteer.
To be fair, I'm kind of enjoying the Nevada memes.
Yeah.
So they can keep counting for a bit longer, just to keep those memes coming in.
To be fair, like, if Biden does get Pennsylvania, it's all over. Yeah. You know, so it's Nevada can take its time.
I mean, unfortunately, for obviously the last 4 years, but like American politics very, very much still play a role in the rest of the world, and as people in the UK, obviously the UK and America have been in the past pretty close allies in a lot of things, so stuff that happens politically in America has a knock-on effect here, and then obviously like the popularization of candidates like Trump has kind of spread to other countries too. So
yeah, and unfortunately for us, Trump does own a hotel, a golf course.
Few golf courses in Scotland.
Golf courses
quite
in Scotland.
Like Scotland, but Scotland hates him. Yeah, so
look up Janie Goody.
Yeah,
she's brilliant.
He's not particularly liked here, but
no.
Yeah, things, whatever happens with you guys will have probably have an effect on what happens with us and Brexit. So.
Well, yeah, because we're going through this sort of Brexit stuff. That'll have a lot to do with the way things happen over here, depending on who gets in, because Trump is all for hard no deal Brexit with absolutely a hard border in Ireland, and obviously Biden, with his Irish heritage, is against the idea of a hard border, so it does actually affect us quite a bit.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna have to wait and see how it plays out, but it is looking pretty good.
Jessie, my fam is so pissed. It gives me so much life, lol.
Honestly, all I've been thinking about like the past 3 days.
Yeah, I remember our conversation. Oh, maybe you should send Jessie that Hamilton meme that.
Oh my god! I will send it right now.
It now.
Yes.
Oh man.
Absolutely, we'll send right now.
What? I can see that half the chat are talking about America, and then some of them are like, something's happening to Blake. I don't even know what happened. Oh yeah, it's about that. Nothing's gonna happen to Blake to do with that logo. I think we're clear of that. I think we all just got a bit freaked out.
Oh, the slash
the
through
slash,
it? Yeah.
It's not happening.
I think if that was gonna happen, it would have been last volume. I feel like the camera's skewed.
It's because you messed about with it. I don't think that's better. I think that's worse. You can't see all the beautiful weapons on the wall the way you've done it.
I'm pretty sure this is how it was.
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't like border it or anything like that.
Yeah.
RT just works on their viewers' tiers. They probably did that all for no reason. It's true. Plus, it did generate conversation, and yeah, it's good for them if people are talking about the show. I would not be surprised if RWBY trends pretty well tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
It usually does, because everybody goes a bit feral. Which, if you are wanting to see our very, very initial thoughts, Twitter's usually a good place to go.
Yes, absolutely.
Because we usually are like, right, we're gone, and then we come back like, shit, just all caps.
Yeah. Also, for everyone that's saying that I have now jinxed it, I just want you all to know that this morning I was manifesting that Georgia was going to turn blue, because my friend said that she would get a tattoo on her ass if Georgia turned blue. And it happened, so yeah, I don't think I'm jinxing it.
They live in manifesting. Atlanta, so
yes, I think they have decided that they're going to get a tattoo of a peach on their butt for Georgia. So
yeah. Thoughts on Rooster Teeth taking RWBY off of YouTube?
I don't think they were making money on it on YouTube anyway. I think it was demonetized on YouTube. So, I don't know.
I've watched it on First for a long time now, so I guess it doesn't really bother me. I get that they're wanting to kind of, control their creative assets a bit more, by keeping everything on roosterteeth.com instead of just allowing people to access it for free. Obviously, you can watch the episodes for free on Rooster Teeth. You just have to make an account. You don't need to be. You just don't get it at the same time as everyone. That's the difference at the moment.
That's the difference. That's the reason why they have obviously Rooster Teeth first. That they want to try and make some money off of RWBY. Absolutely fair enough. So they do the first release, and then it's a week later, as they've done it for multiple years. But the YouTube stuff, they were very irregular with posting the last 2 seasons to YouTube, I think. So I think it was on the table already.
They were super late posting the last seasons on YouTube. It was so long after it had been on Rooster Teeth. So I think the last time they consistently posted about a week after First was Volume 5. Mm-hmm. And since then they haven't. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be particularly damaging. It's quite clearly got an audience that was watching it on First. Doesn't mean to say that it's going to lose its audience on YouTube. Its audience on YouTube is still significant, because there's a lot of content creators around RWBY.
Absolutely, and there's people in the chat at the moment saying how are people supposed to find RWBY if it's not on YouTube? And while I understand that could be a concern that they have, this is Volume 8. This has been going on for many, many years now. If you go to conventions, there's usually quite a large number of RWBY cosplayers. RWBY kind of dominates on Tumblr and Twitter as well.
They haven't removed everything. They haven't removed the episodes,
just the episodes.
But they don't make any money off of it. You could still watch AMVs. You could still watch compilation clips of things. The way that you get into most shows, most shows that you watch, you probably have seen a clip on YouTube from.
Yeah, or you've seen it on Twitter or on Tumblr. The only reason that I found out about RWBY in the first place was because of stuff on Tumblr that my friend had seen and was like, hey, this could be a really cool show, and then recommended it to me. So, it's not like YouTube is the only way that people will be able to find it.
And I don't want to encourage this, but people will still find ways to watch it, without paying any money or signing up. That's exactly. Always going to be a way.
How much is Rooster Teeth First? Because I don't even know.
I can't remember. But
it's not.
I think the one issue I have, which is a very fair one, is if the system doesn't work, if it's glitchy, the Rooster Teeth app, which I know sometimes the website can be, especially when it's the premiere, it can be quite bad buffer-wise. So we usually have to be careful with that. But then there's also the issue of captions, which I thought was a very fair one actually, is if they're gonna put it on Rooster Teeth, they obviously should caption it for other languages.
Yes.
And if it takes ages to get those captions, or the captions are all over the place, that isn't fair, because there's actually quite a lot of people that watch RWBY that English is not their first language.
Yeah, and not only that, they need to also include closed captions, because it's not just hearing people that consume media, there are people that can't hear that consume media the same way, and if there's no closed captions, then there's no option for them to be able to enjoy it. So I think captions is something that's going to be really important in English and in other languages, so that nobody's left out.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, it's about $6 a month, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that they have to make sure the captions are right, otherwise that is going to be an issue.
Absolutely, and I feel like a company of their size at this point
there's
probably
no
could
excuse to not
afford
have good
to
captions.
do something like that. So yeah.
Yeah, because the episodes, it's not like the episode's like an hour long. Like, it's always only about 20 to 22 minutes. Like, just caption it before you put it live.
Yeah, totally. And I feel like I'm pretty sure I've heard that they've kind of overhauled their sort of RTTV like app
it was
and
not
stuff.
Great.
It wasn't brilliant. The apps for it were not great
glitchy.
either.
Yeah.
So I think I heard in the pipeline on Twitter or something that they had like overhauled it and it was a little bit better.
They've updated it.
So
it'll be interesting to try because we'll probably watch some Volume 7 tomorrow on our TV and see how it is. Because usually what we do is we'll watch the episode, I'll quickly like export it or whatever, and then we'll like jump through to our living room and like watch it on our bigger TV.
Yeah, while you're like getting screen grabs.
Yeah, or like just taking in stuff,
stream.
and then usually it's like tweeting at the same time, like, oh my god.
Oh my god, can you believe this happened?
Yeah, so that's probably like what we'll end up doing again this time around. So hopefully it does work. But I can't believe it's tomorrow, man. The dawn of the final day. RWBY time.
I don't know why, but I thought it was next week. And then I like went onto Twitter and everyone was like, hey, 24 hours. And I was like,
oh yeah.
I thought we had another week.
I'm also pretty hyped about the fact that I'm off on holiday next week. And I'm not going anywhere because I can't, but it means that like I can like rewatch the episode a few times and just, you know, enjoy the first sort of 2 episodes without too much pressure, which is quite nice. Yeah, we do have a Discord as well for if people do want to like hang out with other. I'm sure a lot of the people in here. I know a lot of the people in our Discord, but if you aren't, you can access it through our $2 tier on Patreon or above. If you're wanting to like get hyped with some other absolutely feral RWBY fans.
Yeah.
It's usually a bit mad in there at this time of year with memes and art and theories. So
yes.
Yeah. Other than that, you should probably follow us on Twitter and wait for the live streams, but we will announce them as and when we know exactly what time we're going to be live, which will probably be about 8:30, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock
our time,
is usually the kind of ballpark
which
that
is
we're in.
British Standard Time, so that's usually about
GMT.
6 hours ahead of the East Coast in America.
Yeah.
5 or 6 hours. Yeah, but we will post all of that, and we'll have the reaction up probably before like 6 o'clock our time, to be honest. So that's gonna be quick. Yeah. And these prints we will put online after we're here. And we'll link them on Twitter and on YouTube.
Yeah. So basically, as soon as we come off of this, right?
Yeah. Other than that, we should probably peace out. But it's been fun to do a little test / catch up stream with y'all, and I'm sure we'll have some scores to settle after you see us tomorrow when we've watched episode 1 and seen the opening and are very, very feral.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see.
You know what's going to be hilarious?
What?
All of these people, this is not everybody that's going to be there tomorrow, because there's usually about like 200, 300 people in our RWBY live stream for the episodes.
Yeah.
Several of them will not be aware that Curse Corner is dead, so there's going to be a fresh outrage. And then there'll be people like, oh yeah, I knew that yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
We've already dead and buried Old Yeller.
Yeah.
And everyone else will be like, no.
Alright, guys, stay safe. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Make sure you wear your mask.
Pretty crazy.
Wash your hands.
Protect
the NHS.
Wash them hands. Wash them real good.
See you later, guys.
That's
Bye.
gay. Don't kiss. That's gay.